Timothy Busfield is a recognizable name in the entertainment industry. Over his career, he's worked both in front of and behind the camera, appearing in acclaimed shows and directing episodes of popular series. He's been married to actress Melissa Gilbert, known for Little House on the Prairie, since 2013. But according to law enforcement documents, his professional life intersected with allegations that would lead to a criminal investigation. According to the arrest warrant filed by Officer Marvin Brown of the Albuquerque Police Department, the investigation centers on two 11-year-old twin boys. The warrant states that one of the minors alleged the incidents began when he was reportedly 7 years old. The identities of the minors have been withheld from public records to protect their privacy. So, how did this investigation begin? According to the warrant, it started in November 2024, when a doctor at the University of New Mexico Hospital contacted police about alleged sexual abuse. The victims' parents told authorities that their children were child actors who reportedly met Busfield on the set of the FOX series, The Cleaning Lady, where he worked as a director. That show ran from January 2022 until June 2025, meaning the alleged contact would have occurred during active production periods. Here's where the timeline becomes important. The parents were reportedly advised by an attorney to take the children to the University of New Mexico Hospital for evaluation. According to the warrant, professionals at the hospital suggested the boys were groomed. However, at that time, the case did not meet the acceptance criteria for authorities to move forward. This raises a critical question. What are the thresholds that determine when allegations can proceed through the system? Months later, in October 2025, the situation reportedly escalated. The victim's mother filed a police report and contacted Child Protective Services, stating that both children disclosed sexual abuse allegedly occurring from around November 2022 to spring 2024. But according to the warrant, she was told that because physical abuse had not occurred, nothing could be done at that stage. This detail highlights a gap that often exists in how allegations are processed, particularly when they involve non-physical forms of abuse. Despite these earlier setbacks, the case eventually moved forward, leading to the issuance of an arrest warrant. By the time the warrant was made public, Busfield's location was reportedly unknown. Albuquerque Police confirmed that they are working with the U.S. Marshals Service to locate and arrest him. When asked if Busfield had been located, detained, or arrested, an APD spokesperson stated, "Not that I am aware." The involvement of the U.S. Marshals Service is significant. This federal agency is typically brought in when a suspect may have crossed state lines or when local resources need additional support in apprehending someone. The fact that they were called in 3 days after the warrant was issued suggests authorities believe Busfield may not be in the immediate area or that locating him requires specialized resources. What remains unclear at this point is whether Busfield is aware of the warrant, whether he has legal representation, and what his response to these allegations will be. As of now, there has been no public statement from him or his representatives addressing the charges. Melissa Gilbert, his wife, has also not made any public comment regarding the situation. This case also brings attention to the broader issue of child safety on television and film sets. The entertainment industry has protocols in place, including on-set guardians, labor laws for minors, and oversight from studio legal teams. But cases like this raise questions about whether those protections are sufficient, particularly when allegations involve individuals in positions of authority, such as directors. Another layer to consider is the challenge victims and families face when navigating the reporting process. According to the warrant, the family made multiple attempts to report the allegations through medical professionals and Child Protective Services before a formal police investigation was initiated. This reflects a systemic issue where cases can stall due to procedural requirements or definitions of what constitutes actionable abuse. As the U.S. Marshals Service continues its efforts to locate Timothy Busfield, the legal process will eventually determine the outcome of these allegations. The case highlights not only the specifics of this investigation, but also broader questions about how allegations involving minors are handled, particularly when they involve public figures and professional environments like Hollywood sets. If Busfield is located and arrested, the next steps will involve arraignment, legal representation, and the presentation of evidence in court. Until then, the focus remains on locating him and ensuring the legal process can move forward.